Malika, Wendy, and Pashyn. Thanks for having me on the podcast. So my question is, have you ever had someone apologize for something big using technology, and did you feel like it was sincere or that it was enough to help repair the relationship? I know that I had an instance where a friend and I got into a bit of a, let's say, misunderstanding. And in the end, she did send me a text message that was kind of a sorry, but blah, blah, blah. And first of all, I feel like the sorry should never be followed with a but, because it kind of gets rid of the sorry. But anyways, it was kind of like that was supposed to be the end of it. But to me, I still felt like it was really awkward seeing that person in person. And I didn't really feel closure. So what are your thoughts on that? Thanks.
Wendy and I have probably completely different thoughts on that.
First of all,
I probably blocked you from everything so you can't apologize to me through technology. You also had one shot at our relationship. No, second of all, it's hard for me to receive an apology through any type of technology. We grew up in a physical world. I spoke English, Pidgin, Hawaiian, whatever language. And I get it. Nowadays, we're growing up in a techie world and they're speaking digital. And so people like digital apologies. It's okay to have digital apologies, but it better be a gateway apology. It better be, what is it called when you like do a pre-party before you go out?
Pre-apology, maybe?
Yeah, like one of those pre-apologies. Yeah.
I like the gateway.
Yeah.
I think
it better be one of those.
I think that's the only reason why a digital apology would be okay if it is a follow-up that's going to happen afterwards. And it depends on the verbiage that's being used. So
it depends on the verbiage because tones can be taken differently when you're reading something too. Like nowadays, if you don't put haha or lol at the end of a sentence, people can read it in a tone that you completely didn't mean. Like I have to put like, do you want anything from the store? LOL. or else somebody could read it like, do you want anything from the store? And that's not what I meant, But that's why it's so hard to apologize, especially through text. And I get that, some people can't articulate themselves in person right away. But I think that that's kind of the rawness of it and what makes it vulnerable, because apologies should be vulnerable. And so if you can't articulate something, or that's where that communication and perception and it's so great to have an in-person apology.
I absolutely agree with the verbiage, because the one thing she shared was the word but, using stop words, but, if, so.
I didn't know that was called stop words.
Yes, stop words. But if you use those kind of words in an apology, even in person, regardless, if you're using certain things that you basically just
devalue
you just erased your apology by using a stop word, because you're making an excuse. And so whether it's in person or not, maybe in text message or digitally, it's a lot more easier to take in. But if you're having a conversation face to face, you might miss it. And so I think there's value to both sides, with an expectation of a follow-up.
There was a lot there. Okay, so you talked about the tone of the message. So we'll get to that a little bit later, but also this but, right? So why is it that the but bothers us? And what Dr. Hubbard was talking about is that an apology needs to be sincere. So when someone says but, we instantly have our flags go up that like, okay, wait a second. Do you actually mean what you're saying right now?